Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whenever you're watching this. Today's learning intention is recognizing coordinates in all four quadrants. Nice spelling of coordinates. Let's make sure I'm spelling that correctly. Alrighty. Today, I'm going to start with this quadrant just here. Now, this is probably a quadrant you've seen heaps of times. The positive quadrant. You've got your x-axis and your y-axis. And when you speak about coordinates of this quadrant, you'll think about numbers like 4, 1. Or maybe go to 2, 4. And each time you are looking at these coordinates, you are always going across first and then up. So always going across the x-axis first and then up. So let's do this one here. 4, 1. 4 is the x-axis and 1 is the y going up. So the dot that we're working with will go just here. 4, 1. Next up, we're looking at 2, 4. 2 being here. Over there, 2. And up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Now, also, when you're doing coordinates, you could actually create shapes using coordinates. At the moment, I've got a line, so I'll put a line just there. But I'll make one more coordinate to make up a triangle. So the last coordinate I'll give you is 1, 1. So our last coordinate, 1, 1, you go across to 1 and then up to 1, and you draw a little dot just there. That's an oval, but still works. And I'll connect them. So you could say the triangle is at coordinate 4, 1. That's maybe letter A. So I'll put A across there. At 2, 4, that's coordinate B. And at C, 1, 1. So I could actually say there's a triangle ABC and coordinates are 4, 1, 2, 4, and 1, 1. Okay, that's pretty simple. You've worked with these quadrants a lot in graphing and indeed in coordinates last year. And that's where we're up to at the moment. What we need to do as a Year 6 crew is have a look at all 4 quadrants. Okay? And this is called a Cartesian plane. You don't need to know it, and we'll do a lot more of this in term 4. But next week's learning, we're going to be using coordinates to translate, reflect, and indeed rotate our images. So you need to know all 4 quadrants. So this is our Cartesian plane. And what's happening here is you've got your positive x-axis, your positive y-axis. Over this side, you've got your negative x-axis and your positive y-axis. So yes, numbers not only go positive, but they go negative as well. Or like a temperature gauge, you've got your negative degrees over here, or you've got your minus numbers there. Let's say you're in negative numbers when you've got your cash, your -1 if you've lent out $1. In this quadrant, you've got negative x-axis and negative y-axis, and you've also got positive x-axis and negative y-axis in this quadrant. All right, let's do a couple of coordinates and see what our triangle looks like this time. So we're going to do A is going to be in the positive quadrant, 2, 4. So that's going to be A. I'm going to put the next point in the negative positive. So I'm going to do -4, and I'm going to do 1 for B. And C is going to be in the negative. I'm going to do -5, and I'm going to put a comma there, and I'm going to do -2. Alrighty, let's do it. So first of all, my black spot is going to be at 2, 4. Always across first, then up. So 2, 4, 2 across, 4 up. It's going to be just there. Let's put a dot there, my black dot going in just there. Next up, my red dot is going B. It's going to be at -4, 1. So -4 across, 1 up. Let's do it. Finally, my C is going to be at the -5, just there. So we're going to cross to -5 and down to -2. So it's going to be just there. All right, let's make this triangle up together. Obviously, I'd do straight lines if I was being really keen, but I'm not straight lining at the moment. So we're going to finish off with this weird-looking triangle. A lovely scalene triangle there. No sides that are equal, just a delightful, weird-looking triangle. Alrighty, last little bit, and we'll get into it. Your task next door is about labeling coordinates and also naming things at certain coordinates in the image. So the final thing we'll do is put a couple of shapes in at a couple of different coordinates and see what you can do. So I've got some similar questions to what you have to face in a moment. So it's asking you, which coordinates are these objects positioned at? So I've got 6 objects. Let's see where they're positioned. First of all, the black triangle is easy. It's in our positive quadrant. 1, 2, 3, 4 across, always across. 1, 2, up. So I'm going to do 4, 2. Let's type it in. It's at, in brackets, 4, 2. Oh, that's a semicolon. 2. Close brackets. Always get the brackets going on. Alrighty, the black star is at -1, 2. Oh, wait. Always go across first. So 2, -1. Great, let's put it in. Each time I do this, I'd love you to pause the video and see if you can guess it before I do. So I said 2, negative. Always put the negative in, otherwise it's going to be wrong. 1. Excellent. The black oval is over here now, so we're in this negative quadrant first, and then the positive part. So -4, 2. Excellent. Yep, well done. -4, 2. Alrighty. Last 3. And again, each time, see if you can pause it and guess where I'm going to put next. The black square. Oh, where is it? There it is. So it's going to be 4 going across first and then -4. Always go across first, not down. Across first, then down. 4, 4. Is it 4, 4? No, it's -4. We've gone down, so we've got to make sure it's putting the negative in. -4. Close brackets. Alrighty, the arrow is located just down here. It's 2 negative coordinates. -5, -4. Very good. Let's do it. -5, comma, -4. And nice and easy to finish off a similar coordinate. This is going to be a negative as well because the green star is at -4 and -2. Okay, I'm going to type that in. To show me that you know this, there are 3 activities. The first one is similar to what we've just done. You need to identify where the objects are on a Cartesian plane, the coordinates, whether they're negative or positive. The next one is quite tricky. Your job is to use the picture to put objects on the picture. What I'd love you to do is send me an upload of the picture and I'll leave a submission attached file there for you. All I'd love you to do for the final thing is on that same picture, draw an image. Just like I did with the triangle, draw the triangle at these 3 points. Okay? Have a go at all 3. And to finish off, that star is at -2. A reminder, always do the x-axis, the across axis first, before you do the y-axis. So always go across the x-axis, and that coordinate is always first. And then on the y-axis, that coordinate is always second. Good luck, team. See how you go.